stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello. Yeah, we can do this once a day. All right, just picked out a. Oh, that was me. Okay. So, let's see how long it takes me to show up. A great way to figure it out. Okay. Okay. All right. Hello. I'm just messing with that. Man, I went from 0 to 4 completely like that. Welcome. I think everyone is working. Welcome to Daily Trudge. Usually wait till about 3-minute mark, but if we have people here, kind of go ahead and get started. Just make sure that's set up right. Oh, I forgot to turn on the sun today. Let's do that. My power was off most of the day, and they're putting a new pole in the backyard. So we got a brand new pole. Yeah. There it is. There's the sun. Well, there's the actual sun. Let's move that back over here. Center us up. All right. So welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm going to be your host today. Now I'm going to have the ticker on just for a minute so you can see the other things that we kind of do. But welcome to Daily Trudge. I do this daily, and I have been doing it daily for 4.5 years now. We do podcasting. We're really educational. Apologize. See, it's so habitual. Your phone rings and picks up, right? But priorities. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Of course, you are not required to. This is anonymous, and you can be as quiet or as loud as you like. One thing is I share my experience. Your experience may be a little different. I'm going to turn this off. I'm getting a lot of these right now. I'm just going to make my phone quiet for a second. There we go. And if you have a different experience, please feel free to share it. It is not just about my experience. So, and if you enjoy this podcast or this live, people like to call them podcasts, might as well just call them that. Then please feel free to share it. So, all right. Looks like the ribble rabble had to go. So I do not have anything that I'm reading from on this, but I'm pretty sure I could find something. Now, that's just weird because now it says no one's here. I'm just trying to figure stuff out. So, okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and move forward because I'm sure Chris is still here. And let's get rid of that ticker. Goodbye, ticker. Goodbye. That worked. I put at everyone in there and people started popping on. So, recovery, our coveted sobriety, our recovery. You know, it's going to be hard sometimes to do this. Okay. But your recovery is your own. Okay. And it is. It's your own. Okay. But if it doesn't come first at all times, I'm going to let you know what happened to me. I made my recovery not the priority at one point, and what happened is I went back out. That's what happened. Okay. When we start putting other things before our spiritual life, then we can get off the beam, especially addicts and alcoholics, because we're so extreme. And then, our thinkers don't work the best, except for our forgetters. They work great, right? I forgot that I'm going to text a couple people that I'm live. But we got to be serious about this, because a lot of times, and I'm certainly not picking on people, but I'll go to meetings and they'll be doing everything but listening. They're on their phones. Sometimes they're coloring. And here's the thing. Yes, I know you could probably do two things at once. You're probably capable of doing that. Okay? But you can't write something and think of something at the same time. I'm sorry, but you can't color. And I mean, if it's a color by number, I mean, you're using your brain, which means it's going to be sidetracked. Okay? Now, this is also a level of respect for other people. So when I go to meetings, I'm listening. When you speak, I'm listening. I kind of expect it in return. I do. Yeah. See, that's what we call reciprocation. Yeah. Everybody gets a chance to share, and everybody listens. Okay? And if you're there with your head down, not participating, why the fuck are you there? Why bother? I'm sorry, but you're just wasting other people's time. Okay? We must become serious about what it is that we're doing. Then we must understand, maybe we don't, see ourselves as worthy as living yet. Okay? But if you continue the way that you're going, there's going to be an awfully good chance that you're going to hop in a car one day and kill somebody else's child. Do you want that on your conscience? We got to start asking ourselves these questions. We've got to be honest. Okay? And I don't need to be honest with everybody out here. Honesty starts inside. You got to be honest with yourself. Okay? What is it that I'm trying to achieve here? What am I trying to do? Am I just trying to get sober? Do I just want to get rid of the ism of the alcohol or the drugs or the porn? Okay? Because I have found when it comes to addiction, it needs to be replaced with something. It needs to be replaced with something. And that's where the fellowship comes in. All right? That's where the fellowship comes in. Remember, you did 90 and 90. I did 90 and 90. Right? And I don't care. Oh, I did 90. I don't care. I did 360 meetings in 90 days the first time I got sober. I don't care. Right? Good. That's good. Okay? Because I was taught you go to meetings like you drank, which means I should be in a meeting all day long. Because that's how I drank. Okay? Now, I can't really expect that of myself. I'm not going to give myself much of a chance to go out there and live life, right? And that's what AA is about. It is there to give you the life that you have been craving for. We're a very lonely people. And it's not just our own loneliness. Okay? We are also stigmatized. We are treated differently. Okay? And that's how it is. You are not going to be able to change the world. Right? You might be able to change some people's minds within your community, which is great. That's great. Okay? But really, for us, I'm a recovery wizard. Now I'm thinking of the song Wizard by Black Sabbath. I gotta go listen to it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm taking people. I've been giving a lot of compliments, and I'm just saying thank you very much. I appreciate that. I try as hard as I can. I do. Um, so we get here and we're very lonely. Okay, there's not, and we don't get much encouragement either, because anytime, like, let's say we go 4 or 5 months and we stay still, we're doing really good, and then we have a slip, and then everybody's fucking disappointed in us. It sucks, man. What about the 4 or 5 months that person had? That's just gone? No, it's not. So quit worrying about what these other people think. Don't worry about it. Okay? Go back to the meetings, because we understand there, all you have to do is just change your date. And that really isn't that big of a deal. When it comes down to it, time is just time. Okay? I probably don't talk like people with 7 years. Okay? That's because I don't have 7 years. I have closer to 20. My 12 years still counts. It's just I can't put them in a row anymore. Got to be, I don't go around saying, I got 20 years, because I don't. I have 7 right now. But time in and of itself just doesn't matter anyway, because you only have right now. And if you can grasp the concept of one day at a time, it's very freeing. Okay? And one day at a time just means you're living in the moment. You're living in the moment. Right now, I'm doing a live. I'm in the moment. I'm here. I have nothing else. There's nothing else going on around me. I have muted my phone because it was going a little too crazy. All right? And I can't come on here and then expect you people, oh, can you excuse me? I just got to write some text messages to these people. What I do in the beginning is to let people know I'm live, because not everybody gets the notifications. I'm trying to think. Come on in, doggy. I'm trying to think of a good place in the big book that kind of describes that your recovery must come first. It's always in there. So what are the reasons why? I mean, it's pretty clear as to why, because without my recovery, I don't have anything else. I don't. Nope. Without God, I'm bankrupt. Because it says in the 12 by 12 that in the third step, that as far as going bankrupt, we have finished that as humans go. And what does that mean? That's my old life into the emergence of a new one. And I'm living that new life now. Amber's living that new life. Chris been living that new life longer than all of us. I love it. I love it. See? And every single person has their job and what it is that they're doing today. And it's all okay. It's going to be okay. Rarely have we seen a person fail who's thoroughly followed the path. I'm not kidding. Okay? So when I say things like, don't sit around and wait for people to ask you to sponsor them, go find your sponsees. I'm telling you, you do it the other way, you're going to go out eventually. If I sat around and waited for people to ask me, nobody asks me. And I'll tell you why. Because I have this voice, and the way I talk, people are like, oh, I'm always scared of you. You'd be scared of me? No, I interrupt. I'll tell you what it is. Because if you talk to me, I'm going to see straight through your bullshit, and I'm going to say something, and you know it. That's why. That's why most people will ignore me. And it's okay. Mandy. It's a Monday. You're a fine girl. What a good sponsor you would be. Let's go with the doctor's opinion. I'm going to read a part I don't usually read just because. I don't know. It's just telling me to read this. This is what I'm talking about when I say God consciousness. Okay? Sometimes I get these little indications. And while I've been doing this, doctor's opinion keeps hitting my brain. So I opened it up. What is the solution? Perhaps I could best answer this by relating one of my experience. So this is the, let's go back a little bit. All these and many others have one symptom in common. They cannot start drinking without developing the phenomena of craving. Okay? They cannot start drinking without the phenomena of craving. If we are without defense against the first drink, period, okay, there is no point in your sobriety where that changes. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because every single person here is an arm length away from a drink. Every single one. We all get one thing, the grace of God every day. And we call that a daily reprieve. Okay? And a reprieve is what it sounds like. Lifting. Okay? We don't get less things. We gain more better things. Okay? You are never going to go this way. That's not going to happen. You're still going to have your anger. You're still going to have your fears. You're still going to have your angst. You're still going to have all these different things and all these different emotions, but you have changed. But you have changed. And that's what we're going for. I heard somebody saying earlier that they didn't quite understand the serenity prayer. And I get what they're saying. They're like, well, I don't understand. What are the things I can and can't change, right? So here are the things that you can change. You. That's it. You can change you. Okay? Now, what about others? Oh, that person over there. So I hear somebody over here and they're saying something. You too. Love you. I'm glad you're here. So now I'm cooking fish. Yeah, you do what you're doing. I don't mind, Ingrid. She's cooking. That's what I'm here for. You can just listen and cook. That's fine. Of course, I had no idea what I was saying. I was on a roll too. Anyway, let's just get to it. The phenomena, as we have suggested, may be the manifestation of an allergy which differentiates these people, and it sets them apart as a distinct entity. I need to cover this. There's a difference in the addiction between alcohol and all other addictions. And it's this one right here. Okay. That's why alcoholics they think that AA should be coveted, because as alcoholics, I mean, we kind of had a really bad time at this shit. They put us away. Okay. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, you bet. Right? So I just want you to know that. I'm going to tell you something. To me, it doesn't matter, because recovery is the same. Okay? But it is nice to have that knowledge. Alcoholism is the only disease that you are born with. Okay. I may be wrong, but I'm not. It has never been, by any treatment with which we are familiar, permanently eradicated. The only relief we have to suggest is entire abstinence. That means get off the hooch. No hooch. Okay? Not only that, but the steps will not work if you have not come to the realization of your addiction. It won't happen. Friday night I crashed your party. Saturday, I said I'm sorry. Oh, I know my Billy Joel. I've seen Billy Joel more often than any other. You want to guess the second one? You're not going to believe me. Paul Abdul. Love her. Love her. See her. Three times. All right. This immediately precipitates us into a seething cauldron of debate. Many has been written pro and con, but among physicians, the general opinion seems that most chronic alcoholics are doomed. In their eyes, we're doomed. Okay? So we got to give those professionals a chance. We do. You got to be honest with your doctor. It's time to be honest with them. I'm going to tell you something. They already know. They already know. It's just that they've been taught not to call you an alcoholic. They've been taught not to do that now. Instead, they will suggest things to you. If you get the right doctor. So, excuse me. So when I say recovery must come first, what does that mean? Well, essentially it means that when I get up in the morning, my very first job is to make sure that my will is aligned with God's. I'm shutting the door. Okay? I got to make sure of that because I went to bed sober and I wake up an alcoholic every day. That's how it works. Okay? From there, I have choices. We have options. Once the ism or the obsession has been relieved, you have options now. I have options. I can go drink. I don't want to. It's just never an option. No. And I would say, the only time I talk about alcohol is when I'm doing stuff like this, but I'm doing this all the time. So that means I talk about it all the time. So, right? So first, prayer. What's number 2? Meetings. Participate in meetings. Okay? Get off your phones. Stop coloring. Okay? You ain't taking that many fucking notes. Okay? You don't need to be doing your 4-step in the meeting. Zoomers, turn on your camera. I know it's hard, but you got to show your face. You got to be present. You have to claim your seat. You got to turn on your camera. I know, it's hard. Okay? I'm shy also. I'm a white male sharing his feelings, okay? I'm open for people troll like you wouldn't believe. So I don't want to hear about how you can't. That's just not acceptable, man. Right? Get to a meeting every day. If you miss one, if I miss my home group, I go to another one. They start at 5, 5:45, 6, 6:15. There is no excuse to not go to a meeting. I'm talking generally, okay? There are some people that are in some situations that they can't. Okay? But I'm talking in general. Get a sponsor or have accountability buddies in your life. Okay? The reason I say that is because I've been looking for a sponsor for 4 years. Okay? Why? Because it's set up to where if you need a sponsor, please ask. I ask and they just fumble over themselves. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to do this. I have a therapist. I have some good friends who keep my ass in line. Okay? And I got plenty of people that I can call. I got 20 million people on my side. Not a couple million, right? Because we're all friends. And those are the basics. If you have completed the 12 steps, go find a sponsee. Don't wait for somebody to come along and tell you pee make fancy? Because it's not going to happen. If you're working this the correct way, it ain't going to happen. Okay? And if you don't agree with me, which is fine, You do not have to agree with me. That's true. Yeah, unless you're wearing an obscene shirt, we got to be respectful when you go to meetings, guys. You got to be neutral. You are not terminally unique. So quit making yourself that and then showing up to meetings. How else do we make ourselves terminally unique? Hi, I'm Dion. I'm a person in long-term recovery. Oh, I love that one. That's just bullshit. It's pure crap. It means nothing. What are you saying? Besides, time is different. A long time to me is 10 plus years. What's a long time to you? Okay? You're not an old timer in this program till you hit 10 years. Okay? Then you qualify to be a circuit speaker if you want to speak for AA. Cool stuff. I have no idea why I have this open. All right. I think I probably stirred the pot enough, but you got to be serious about this program. Here it is. Rule 62, right? Don't take yourself so damn seriously. When I do stuff, I don't laugh at it anymore because I just don't see any reason to get angry. I don't. And now that I've gone through the work, and I'm still working, I've done my therapy, I've done my EMDR, I'm this free man, and now I get to run around and give it away all the time. Do you know what kind of joy I get out of life? All day long, I get to help people out. That's so cool. I think that's awesome. Right? I also don't have money for a new pair of shoes. I need a pair of shoes. God provides, man. I did. I had 12. Fuck your feelings seems anti-vocal to the AA message. Yeah. No. I don't know when I said fuck your feelings, but I may have. So, well, on that note, we're going to wrap it up. So, thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. And I will see everybody tomorrow. I love you. Peace out and have a day.